Greetings, Night Traveler. You have once again crossed the gates between the shadow and the darkness, the refuge where forbidden legends, ancestral terrors, and primeval guardians rise from the ashes of oblivion. Now, light your torch. The road ahead is not made of stone, but of twisted roots, whispering leaves, and blood spilled upon fertile earth. For we are about to enter the oldest forests of Brazil, a place where every shadow may have eyes, and where a child's laughter may hide flaming teeth. Tonight, we will meet one of the most feared protectors of Brazilian folklore, a being who guards nature but punishes men, the Curupira, the warrior of the forest, guardian of animals and nature. But before we begin, if this is your first journey with us, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, activate the bell, and share this video with those who dare to walk beneath the dark trees. And comment, would you have the courage to hunt in a forest protected by the Curupira? Deep within the tropical forest, where sunlight vanishes beneath vast canopies, a different creature was born. Not man, not beast, but spirit of the jungle itself. The Curupira, small, with flaming hair and eyes blazing like living embers. His secret, feet turned backwards, a cruel trick to deceive hunters, driving them to despair, until they are forever lost in the heart of the jungle. He was not created by man. He was forged by nature itself, as a guardian, a protector of animals, trees, and the wildlife that pulsed long before iron and gunpowder arrived. But the Curupira is not just a silent spirit. He is a warrior of the forest. His strength lies not in swords or spears, but in the fury of the jungle itself. They say his laughter echoes like a child's thunder, and that he may appear before hunters as a flaming figure, swift and relentless. He protects jaguars, deer, birds, serpents, and punishes those who kill out of greed, not necessity. When angered, the Curupira transforms the forest into a living labyrinth. Paths close. Strange sounds confuse the senses, and the hunter, no matter how skilled, is lost, never to be seen again. Stories tell that the Curupira does not only deceive, he attacks. Some claim his flames consume weapons and arrows. Others that his breath can drive greedy men into madness. There are those who swear that, when enraged, the Curupira summons animals of the jungle to assault intruders. It matters not how. The result is always the same. The invader never escapes unharmed. And so, his name was whispered in indigenous villages with as much reverence as fear. The Curupira was not only a protector, he was an avenger. What makes the Curupira such a terrifying figure is not only his strength, but his cunning. His backward feet create tracks impossible to follow. Hunters believe they pursue him, but instead, they walk in circles, deeper and deeper into the jungle. And then comes the sound of childish laughter, a distant echo. Now ahead, now behind, now all around. The heart races, sweat pours, and the forest itself becomes the enemy. Many went mad, many vanished, and those who returned never again dared to enter the woods without offerings to the Curupira. For the indigenous peoples, the Curupira was not a simple legend. He was a living spirit, with the power to decide who would survive in the forest. To protect themselves, hunters made promises. They left fruits, tobacco, honey, and begged for permission to hunt only what was necessary, for they knew that greed was the unforgivable sin before the guardian of the forest. But the Curupira did not fade into the mists of history. To this day, his name both haunts and fascinates. He appears in books, plays, comics, games, and even modern retellings of Brazilian folklore. For children, he may seem like a small protector. For adults, he remains the untamed fury of nature against human destruction. And in times of fire and deforestation, the figure of the Curupira rises stronger than ever, not only as a myth, but as a warning. The Curupira is not merely a being of folklore. He is a symbol. He represents the cunning of the forest, the wild justice against human arrogance, and the balance that must be respected between man and nature. He is the flaming child who laughs in the shadows, the relentless hunter who never forgives greed, and the eternal reminder that the forests have a guardian, And so, night traveler, we reach the end of our journey through the Brazilian wilderness. But do not be deceived. The Curupira is not trapped within books or ancient tales. He still walks among the trees, hidden in the half-light. Perhaps that sound behind you is only the wind. Or perhaps it is the echo of the flaming laughter of a guardian watching your every step. If this journey through the shadows of Brazilian folklore chilled you, leave your like and subscribe to Between the Shadow and the Darkness. Activate the bell so you don't miss our next voyages into the dark. And comment, which legend should we explore in the next night? And now, if you dare, light your torch and walk with us through the forests of eternity. I challenge you, until the next night, if you are still here.